Hello guys. Today we're going to talk about potential of players. How good can they become? This is Trophy Manager Tips and here I am with one more video. My name is Alan and I hope you guys are doing fine. This is the last topic we should talk about before we can get into scouts, which should be the next video I'm going to record. The potential of players is a quite simple thing. Basically, the potential of the player shows how good the player may become. It's not necessarily how he will be because it depends on other variables like the training ground, training skills you have, the player speaks, and other things. So it's how good he can become. The potential goes from 1 to 20, and the higher the better. Also, the potential may change over time. It can increase or decrease. I've never experienced the decreasing potential in a player in my team, but I heard that it happens. I don't know. Maybe it only happens if you like pull out a player, then you put him to train in a bad training ground, then he loses potential. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have experience with that. I just know it happens. If any of you guys who are watching has experienced this, to have a player losing potential, please put in the comments, share your story with us, tell what you know about it. But increasing potential happens with practically all my youths. Specifically the ones pulled at the age of 15 or 16. Nowadays, I always pull with this age, 15 or 16. But yeah, with 17, 18, I think it happens too. But with 15 and 16, it always happens. Many times I pull out a player and the academy says it's like 4 stars, and later he becomes 4.5. It's normal. Well, now let me show you the profile of a player, then we can better see some things about the potential. Let's pick this one. Let's pick another one. Okay, this guy came from my youth academy, and then if I see, the academy said he was 4 stars and 16, potential 16. But when I sent my scouts, I sent three. I used to send three all the time in the past to confirm because even if the scout is perfect for that judgment, they still can make mistakes here in this evaluation of the potential. The Bloom status they don't miss, but the potential they can miss for a half a star, usually for 1 point here in the potential. That's why I usually send three. So these three that I sent, they were all very good ones. Then I picked the decision which repeated the most. Like here, one said he was 4.517, the other two said he was 4 and 16. Then I stick with this decision. Okay, or 4 star 16, just like the academy said. Then I have other scouts here for other things. But yeah, if, for the potential, I use these three. These others was for other things. You see here, a known scout is because these scouts have retired already. This is also one reason why I don't send three scouts anymore nowadays because nowadays scouts retire. In the past, it was not like this. They were infinite. You could have your scouts forever. But then a few seasons ago, they decided to put retirement for the scouts. Then I lost a lot of very good scouts. Nowadays, I don't have so many, so I can't send three on each player anymore. Just in very specific occasions, but not common. So as you see, he was expected to be recommendation 4, potential 16. But if you check him now, he is 4.5 stars. And actually, he reached 5. He was 5 stars a few weeks ago. But then he's 31 years old already, so he started losing skills, then he dropped to 4.5. But he reached 5 stars. So, as I'm telling you, the potential of a player may increase, which is just the case of this guy. Let's take another example. Can be this one. This is a younger one, who is Gustavo. These are some clubs which are watching him. Okay, so the academy said he was 4.5, 18, and the academy can also miss, okay? If you have like 10, level 10 youth academy, they can miss by 1 point usually. There will not be difference bigger than 1 point. But for lower academies, it can be very different than reality, okay? So they said this, and my scout said he was actually 19, okay? The scout said 20, but this is not able to read this. Okay, in the video about scouts, I will explain you why. Just these two can talk about potential. Okay, they were both retired too. So he was expected to be this 19 potential 4.5 recommendation. But he is currently almost 5. As you see here, he has 4.991, almost 5, and he's just 23. So he's gonna be have recommendation 5 and be a good one, a good recommendation 5. I think, let me check. Later actually won Scout when, see, he was pulled out at the age of 15. They gave this evaluation. At the age of 16, I sent another Scout and he already gave 20. 5 stars, 20. See, so he also increased his potential. Now let me show you another specific case that I've had here. These ones previously were good players, but now it's a very bad player. I think this, yeah. Look what happened with him. The youth academy told he was 3.5, 14, but when I brought him up and I sent my scouts, they said that he was actually 3, recommendation 3, and only decent potential 12. But this has a reason. This is not like the academy's mistake. What happens is that when I pulled him out, and I not when I pulled him out, when I received him before promoting him to the team, I didn't have space. I had 70 players, which is the maximum. Like now I have 68. I had 70 by then. I didn't have space for him. So I just left him in the academy for some time, for quite some time, I think. Let me check. So his first training was at the age of 17, 11, no, 16, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 5. So he missed 4 trainings. Yeah. He stayed in the academy for 4 weeks because I didn't have simply didn't have space for them. And he's not good, even with 3.5, he's not good. So new ones that came after him, maybe I got a better one, so I had to keep him there. I couldn't bring him. And he stayed there for 4 weeks without training. And when I brought him up and sent my scout, his potential dropped to 3. So it can also happen. See? I said it haven't happened to me before, but it happened in this case. But this was unusual because I left him there. Even if you don't leave the player there, even if you bring the player at the right time and put him to training, it can still happen, as I heard. Usually the youths I promote are at least 14 in potential. Yeah, I think because I only promote if they are at least 3.5. If they are recommendation 3, I don't promote because as I told you before, I don't have space to be spending with players like this. But for you guys, when you start training youths, you should pull out. You have a lot of space in your team, so you should pull out any player you receive. Especially because your youth academy will not be reliable. So maybe they say the player is 1 recommendation, you pull him up and you check and it's 4. Understand? It can be completely different. So you shouldn't trust your academy at the beginning. This player is actually very bad. I'm just keeping him here because I have space now. Probably if when he turns 18, I'm gonna sell him to the agent. Or if my squad gets full and I need space for some other player, I may fire him too. I can fire a player just coming here. Yeah, I think that's it. There is not much more to talk about. Potential is a simple thing, it's just how good the player may become. Now we are ready to talk about scouts in the next video. That's all for the video, guys. If you have any comments or questions about the video, please write in the comment section below. If you have doubts about any aspect of the game, write it down as well and I will do my best to help you out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.